What's up? What's up, guys? Good morning. Buenos dias, you freaking degenerates. I said I wasn't going to stream today. I said I wasn't going to trade today. But man, I took a look at the charts. I missed it. I missed that 16,000 bounce. Let me get you the chart real quick here. Man, I am so freaking upset at missing that. I stepped away from my computer for just like 5 minutes. I came back and we got that nasty bounce. Man, what's up, the beast? Good lord, bro. I can't believe I missed out on that. Really upset at that. All right. All right, so let me just put out a quick tweet, let everybody know we're live this morning, at least for a little while, because why not? Oh, you caught that move, bro? Hell yeah. That was a no-brainer long. That was a no-brainer long. I'm so disgusted with myself. I had to step away. I had to hit the head, the can, the bathroom, if you will. God, bro, look at that move. Friggin' hate everything. I hate everything this morning. Guys, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button for me. Please, it helps out the channel tremendously. My God, man, what a move. Well, we'll sit and wait, see if we can catch another little move here, because I'm sure there'll be something. There'll be something. I will be decreasing my size this morning a little bit because I expect lack volume today. Lack of volume for sure I'm expecting today. Black Friday, so you know. All right. We're pulling back. If 1630 holds, if we pull back to 1630 area and it holds support, you could catch a little bounce off that level. I'll be watching that. I think that kind of coincides with VWAP here on the Qs. So VWAP zone on the Qs coincides with a high from the 21st as well. No, just in front of that high. I'll watch for that pull back into 30, see if it wants to hold support. We pulled back into 34 so far. That's about it. What we're going to do this morning is I'm going to see if I can catch a little trade. Something, a little something. Put together there and get on the board. If I do, great. If I don't, that's fine too. But I'm going to be doing a little bit of a lesson later. I'm going to show you how I trade. We're going to bring up some chart patterns. I'm going to show you how I trade those patterns, how I analyze the chart, etc. But here so far for this morning, what I'm doing is I'm watching 16,000 level, which we bounced off tremendously. And now I'm watching this 1630 zone. 1630 zone wants to hold support. Maybe I'll look for a long. If it doesn't hold support, then no. It's a no touch for me. But we'll see. That's some crazy wicks that we got there. Wicks to the downside, wicks to the upside. We definitely have clear resistance at 50, and we have clear support at 16,000. 30 is not holding right now. 30 is not holding right now. So if 30 doesn't hold and then we take back this whole move, break under 16,000, then I'll be watching for 16,000 to be resistance for a move down towards 1580s. What is this, 15,980? To 159.50. 159.50 will be kind of like the final area I'll look. So I'll look for shorts under that. Wow, taking back the whole move there. Or 75% of it. Yeah, I expect vol today, like in the US stock market, it's not even a whole day. It's not even a full day. We got half a day going on today. Guys, give me a quick solid. Hit that like button for me. Give me some Black Friday love. All the way down here to 15 land now. At this point, I'd rather just see it get all the way down there to 16,000. I'm gonna randomly just hold this 15 area. If we randomly just hold this 15 area, I think it's gonna be choppy as crap, bro. It's gonna suck. If it's just gonna be choppy, that's gonna suck. Yeah, exactly. Getting a little bounce there to 25. I mean, if this 25-30 area holds resistance, you could see a little bit of a setup here, maybe for a short. I'd rather see it bounce back up into 30. I don't want to see it just get hung up at 25. If we can get bounced back up into that 30 zone a little bit more, might be tempted there for a little short. Yeah, Beast, I bet, man. Banger trades you pulled off this morning, bro. Good job. And maybe I'm being too greedy with that 30, but I feel like that 25 area is just too much to the penny. Rarely ever, especially with futures, does it work to the penny. Looks like today's going to be the freaking exception. All right, so now we're getting the bounce. See if that 30 wants to hold resistance. Yeah, it is meh. But we are bouncing into that 30 zone, even on the 15-minute chart. Previous level of support. We're going to see if now it wants to become resistance. But I need you to get up there to 30. Don't get back down there to 20. Come on. That's ridiculous. Bruh. All right, there we go. Get back up in there to 30. Show us if 30 is going to be resistance. Let's take a quick look at the Qs. See that VWAP there on the Qs lines up more or less with that 30 level on the NQ. We're right back at 25. I don't trust it to get short here. I need to see that 30 area hold resistance. We need to get up into that and test it. If it holds resistance, maybe I'll try. Yeah, we're getting low volume on the bounce back attempt. You can see it right here, clear as day. Very low volume on that bounce back attempt on the Qs. All right, so we're finally starting to get up into that 30 zone. Will it hold resistance is what I want to see now. 28. Let's see if we hold resistance there. If it holds resistance, that's solid, right? That's what we want to see. If it holds it. If it breaks back under 20, I think you probably at least get under 15, if not at least test 15 area. We'll see. If it breaks back up over 30, then I think you just get that grindy, choppy action. All right, so you're getting that little drop back down there after that 30 zone being tested. $15's about to get tested there. There we go. All right, all out there. Little trade, nothing to write home about. Just a quick little trade in and out. A couple $100 across 3 funded accounts. I'll take it. like I said, today I'm not looking to put up big numbers like I did. When was it? Yesterday was Thursday. Like I did on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I put up nearly 2,000 per each account. Today, I just wanted to get on the board, and I just did it. I got on the board right there. No home runs. But why? Because I traded smaller size. Why? Because today's a day of low volume typically. So I don't want to push my luck. Because as easy as you can get a quick little flush, you can get a quick reversal on low volume that just floats its way higher. And you're like, they're dumbfounded looking at it like, what the hell? Why is it doing that? Lunch money, brother. Exactly. You know, it's $600 a day. Not bad. What do we got? $224 across 3 accounts. That's a $600. What is that? 660? 660 on the day. It's perspective, people. Perspective. Do you know how many people work all week to make $600? I did it in less than a couple minutes. 9:45 a.m. Already made $600 on the day. I can shut off everything, and I'm like, all right, cool beans. I already made more money than some people make in a whole week. And then when was it? On Tuesday, when I hit the $1,800 per account, like 5,600 or something like that on the day, bro. It's a month's pay for a lot of people, you know. This morning I said I'm coming in just looking for that quick scalp, and I caught it right here, and it was just a no-brainer. Look at this. It was VWAP on the Qs. We had low volume on the bounce back. It was at 30 level over here on the NQs. Okay. That 30 level right here. Look, this is a bounce level right in here. Are you seeing the right? Why is my cursor not showing? Oh, because there we go. All right, so here's your 30 level. Bounce zone, bounce zone, bounce, bounce, bounce. We jumped, we broke underneath it. We bounced back up into it. And what happened? It became resistance. Trading is not rocket science. It's simply not. A lot of people will tell you that trading is difficult. It's not difficult to learn to trade. Thank you. It's difficult to learn to control your emotions while trading. A little Cuban coffee, thanks to my wife, to start the day. Oh my God, that's freaking delicious. It is delicious. All right, so I'm going to keep watching it there. But like I said, I'm done. I'm done on the day. No home runs, but a little bunt, I got on base. I'll take that across 3 accounts, really across 4, because I traded in 3 funded accounts and 1 new evaluation that I've been trading here for a little while. If you're still short from that 30 zone, you're good. You're in good shape. I'd say this 10 area, a good area to take some off. And if you get through it and get down to 16,000, I would definitely take the bulk off there. If you have, like, let's say, I don't know, 3 more contracts, I'd take 2 off there at 16,000 area. So 16,005 to 16,000, I'd take off 2. And then I'd hold on to 1 to see if it breaks that level and flushes down. If it does, great. I think you're in good shape for something like that to happen. If you come here and you look at the Qs, we've rejected that VWAP area again, and we had an increase in volume on that rejection. That is bearish. That is very bearish. I think you could get back down there to 16,000. And it's looking like it wants it. Let me see. What was my best take there? All right, so I got short at 24. I added at 17. And I took profits off at 16 and 13. It's not bad. If I would have had my regular size on that trade, actually probably would have been closer to $1,000 or something like that across the board. Time for a steak? Well, I'll take bacon and eggs. It's 9:48 a.m. here. You know, I know some people have steak during breakfast. I can't have steak for breakfast. But I can eat a lot of bacon for breakfast, that's for sure. All right, we'll give it a few minutes here, guys, and see what it does. And if nothing pops off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump into a quick lesson, and we'll go over how I trade. And that'll be it for today, because it is Black Friday, half a day. So I only plan to be here for a few minutes. Oh, Jonal just texted me. Those of you who don't know who Jonal is, my business partner over at the daytraderchatroom.com. Check out the store there, daytraderchatroom.com. We got some Black Friday specials going on, but we'll go over those later in the stream, not now. Give me 1 second here. Let me reply to this. Oh, look at that, bro. This thing wants to go lower. Golly. I almost feel bad for not have trading regular size and typical plan today. All right, there you go. You hit the 10s. So that was, in my opinion, the next take profit zone, followed by 05s to, 16,000 itself. Hmm. In a second. Oh, okay. What do we got, Beast? PMI news? Oh, we had PMI today? What? Man, I would have thought Black Friday there wouldn't have been any of that. Oh, God, I want more coffee. This thing was delicious. I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to yell out for my wife to bring me more coffee. More coffee! So over on the Discord, guys, the Beast just told me that we had news today. That was my bad. Kind of didn't think we would have that today. Discord is free if anybody wants to join. Link in the chat. Bro, those guys... those guys that you just posted in the Discord, Beast. I don't know if you like space or like, telescopes and all that nerd stuff. I like it. Like I like astrophotography and all that stuff. And but there's this guy on YouTube. His name is Astro Biscuit. And those two dudes right there remind me of him. That's why it was extra funny. Guy's name is Astro Biscuit on YouTube. His channel's freaking awesome. Like you would think you're watching like the Discovery Channel or something. His production is really, really good. Guys, if it doesn't break over 25, 30 area, that could be another possible re-entry here. But it could be choppy, man. So I'm hands off. Hell, the only reason the charts are up is because we're streaming. Otherwise, I'm done, Otherwise, I'd be done. I made that Black Friday money now. Go hell. Well, she doesn't know, but I already bought my wife's Christmas present, one of them, and the money I just made literally covers the Christmas. Well, this part of the Christmas present, it's a two-part thing, so covers it and some of the next one. Not bad. Oh, don't talk about it. She's here. Okay, it's safe to talk about it now. She's gone again. Yeah, Choppy McChopperson is in town. I mean, look, honestly, this to me, I'm drooling over a short here with a stop in that zone because it has the makings. Look, another weak volume bounce back, but 16,000 is a major support level. So I got trust issues with it. So I'm not going to touch it. That's the good stuff, guys. Get you some Cuban coffee. All right. All right. It's on its way to 30. 30 zone is a big zone, in my opinion, at this point. And when I say big, I mean for today's standard and today's range. If that 30 zone breaks, you could probably get a nice 10, 20 points. You probably get a nice little 10, 20 point scalp. You know, kind of like what I did earlier. Here. Let me see something. Yeah, like my first trade of the day, I got right around 8 points on one take. And right around 4 points on the other take, 5 points. So not bad. Not bad. So yeah, you know, that's what I'm looking at today. Like I'm looking for those types of moves. All right, that's starting to get into that stop out zone. So I wouldn't I wouldn't press my luck because you could easily grind right back to 40, 45 and then come right back down to like 20. So I think it's chop time. I think it's chop time, to be honest. So give me a second here. Let me look up something. All right, we're going to go over. Yeah, I think it's done. Exactly. I'm going to go over a couple. I'm going to go over a couple lessons with you. All right. We're going to go over a couple lessons together. Don't diddle in the middle. I love it. I'm going to go over a couple lessons together. And then I'm going to share with you guys the discounts that are going on with the Day Trader chat room today. Remember, the Day Trader chat room isn't some alert thing where you come and you can chase my trades. I don't want you doing that. Especially trading futures, because it ain't going to happen. Like, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to get short at 160.30. And I'm going to be like, hey, I'm short at 30. And by the time you press the button, like, your shit's short from like 25 or 20 because it's futures. It moves like that. But the Day Trader chat room is full of tonnage, and I mean tonnage of courses. Tonnage. And the beauty of it is that when you learn to trade how I'm about to teach you right now, you can apply that to everything. You can apply it to futures. You can apply it to freaking trading crypto. You can apply it to stocks, everything. Because when you learn to trade patterns and setups correctly, you can apply it on everything. On everything. It's not like a one-time type thing, you know? It's not. See what I'm saying about the chop? You broke up above resistance and now you're right back under it. So now you start to getting chopped up. That's why when we're like zoned into like a range, I tend to look at three different things. I'm either gonna get long at support, like I would have loved to have gone long at 16,000 area. I'm either looking to get long at support at the bottom of the range, or I'm looking to get short at the top of the range for pullbacks. So I'm looking to get long and bounces at the bottom of the range, or I'm looking to get short at the top of the ranges for pullbacks. Okay. In today's case, we tapped the support, bounced right off of it. I wasn't even around for it. Then we pulled back, and there was a little pivot. There was a little pivot there at 30. It was a previous support zone. Let me show you. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So you see this, whoa. Okay, yeah. You see this little cursor right here, this little dotted line? Look at how many times we bounced off of that 30 zone. That's a little bit of a pivot level, okay? We bounced back up into it after breaking underneath it, and it was a temporary resistance zone. I just took advantage of that little pivot for a little scalp because that's all that I thought the market was going to give me. Had I been able to have gone long in this 16,000 range, oh hell, man, 30s, 40s, and 50s were on deck for take profit zones because we got long at the bottom of the range. Okay. Had I been able to have gotten short up here in the 50s, oh hell, man, you had range all the way down here to the 16,000. But I was only able to capitalize on the low 30 pivot level. I only had range down here. So I immediately took profits into 10. All right. Anyways, let's get back into it. First things first, we're going to go over support and resistance and how you can trade off of it, but not how you would think necessarily. You would normally think that the only way to get long or to trade this chart right here, forget about whether this is stocks or whether it's crypto or whether it's futures. It does not matter. Look at me. Like, I want you to look at me. It doesn't matter. Support, resistance. Support, resistance. It doesn't matter if you're long a stock at support, or you're long a crypto at support, or you're long futures at support. If you are trading it at support, it trades the same no matter what the vehicle is. So you see here, we got support, clear as day, right? Bounced. It doesn't take an experienced chartist to see that this is a support zone. So yeah, you could have gotten long at support, taking some profits off as you bounce, as you bounce, as you bounce, as you bounce. But that's not what today's about necessarily. What I want you to notice here right now is basically the same thing that I just did over here trading futures. Let's hop on over to futures real quick. If you would have gotten long at 30 level, bounce, right? You got back down to 30 level, bounce. You got down back to 30 level, bounce. You got back down to 30 level, bounce, right? So you could do that all day long, but that's not what is always available. You might miss it. I missed it today off of 16,000. But now, if that level is support, what happens to that level? Typically, remember, nothing in technical analysis is 100%. Nothing. Hell, if it would have been 100%, I would have put my entire account on the line because it's 100%. So nothing's 100%. But typically, when a support level is broken to the downside, what is it that it can become? It can become a level of now resistance, right? So here we have support, 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 support. We get back down into it. Let's zoom in. We get back down into it. A little tiny bounce, a little mini bounce, and we break back underneath it. So you could trade that as a break of that support zone, and just kind of like how you trade a breakout, you get short there on the break with a stop. If you get back up over it, you can do that. I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. But the most conservative way to do this, to trade this, would be, now that support has broken to the downside, we look for it to now become resistance. So we wait for a bounce back up into that level to see whether or not it's resistance. Guys, I did this live with you just a few minutes ago. We broke 30 and I told you I'm going to wait for 30 to get tested. We tested 25. And I was like, damn it, bro, I freaking missed it. You know, it's not going to get into 30. And it happens. It happens. And sometimes you're going to miss the trade because it's not going to bounce back up into that level necessarily. It's going to be a shallow one. It's going to be so weak that it can't get up in there, and it's going to bounce a few points away from it. You can always enter the trade there with a starter position if you like. I've done it. It's something I still practice. But today specifically, I said I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for 30 to get tested. Right here, you got the test of what? The previous support zone. It tested, it rejected, and look at the glorious fade off that level. You went from $26.28 to under 19 bucks. What? That's a freaking awesome move. And now, why are you just hanging out down here in this level? Well, it's very simple. Look over here. It was a previous bounce zone. So that's how you would normally trade something like that, okay? That's the most conservative, safe way to trade a break of support to the short side. You'd wait for that bounce back up into that level, see if it becomes resistance, and fade it. Where is the stop loss? If you got, it doesn't matter, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there who will give you trivial stop losses. Oh, my stop loss is 1%. Oh, my stop loss is 5%. Oh, my stop loss is 3 points. Yeah, that's why your shit's always getting stopped out, douchebag. That's why it's always getting stopped out. And you're saying, oh, the market makers are out there. They're seeing my... Nobody gives a damn about your 3 contracts. There's no market maker out there giving 3 flying shits about your 100 shares of a stock. They don't care about that. It's nonsense. You just placed your stop loss in the incorrect zone because you listened to some dumbass on YouTube or on Twitter or on StockTwits that didn't explain to you how to properly trade the setup. There's a lot of people out there, and some of them don't even do it on purpose, that are like these gurus. Like, oh yeah, this is how you trade a U-shaped breakout pattern. And they never even talk to you about volume. All right. So your stop loss, no matter if you got short here or here or here, if you're getting short off of the rejection of the support zone, your stop loss goes above the support zone, right? Or in this case, it's going to be obviously resistance. It goes above that resistance zone. So this level right here, 26.28, was previously support. It became resistance, and you get short in front of that level, the stock, the freaking futures contract, whatever you're trading, can lillygag all it wants in here, and it's still a short because it's underneath the support level that's now become resistance. Your stop loss goes above 26.28. That's where your stop. It doesn't mean you won't get stopped out. If the stock or the contract, the futures, whatever you're trading, the crypto reverses, you're going to get stopped out, but you're going to get stopped out at the proper level. If you would have gotten short on this thing, I don't know, man. Let's say you decided to get short here because you didn't want to wait for the retest of the level. You got short here, or you got short on the breakdown and you didn't take profits. You're still short. And then, oh my God, we bounced. Look at this bounce back. You stop out. And then look, bloop, it just rolls over. points after points after points after points. It just rolls over. Like, oh, these damn market makers, they stopped me out. They fished out my stop loss, whatever bull crap you want to say. No, your stop loss was in the incorrect spot. 100%. It was in the incorrect spot. Because if you would have had your stop loss above the resistance zone, you would never have been stopped out. Never. And you would have made bank. So that's how you properly trade that. Now, there is volume profiles that need to be taken into consideration for this, but you can't really see it very well here because it's so small. So we won't go over that today. But typically, what you want to see is high volume on the breakdown, low volume on the bounce back. All right, that's typically what you want to see. Now let's move on to the next one. We did a bearish chart pattern. Let's go ahead and do one of the most famous bullish patterns ever known to mankind, the bull flag. All right, guys, if you're enjoying this lesson, please do me one quick solid. Hit that like button for me. It really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. I can see the likes. I don't think you can see them. I don't know. I have no idea what my settings are anymore on freaking YouTube, but I can see them. And if they don't start moving, I will not continue this lesson. I'm going to go over here to the futures. We're just chopping around, chopping around. It looks like it wants to go lower. Chopping, chopping, chopping. There we go. Likes are starting to come through. Let's hop back on into the lesson. The bull flag setup. More often than not, you're going to see gurus on YouTube, on Twitter, on StockTwits, on Reddit tell you this is the best pattern in the world. This is how you trade it. And it is a great pattern. And everybody knows the pattern. And they'll tell you that you just buy the breakout. That's it. You just buy the breakout. Don't do anything else. Just buy the breakout of the bull flag. That's it. There's way more to it than that. Have you ever asked yourself why every time you buy a breakout out of a bull flag, it doesn't work and it just totally throws up all over your account? It's very simple. The reason why, more often than not, you're involving yourself in bull flags that do not work out. Okay. And the reason that more often than not, you're involving yourself in bull flags that do not work out is because you're not reading them correctly and you're not taking into consideration other technical analysis that can go along with the bull flag that would add more support to your thesis. It's very simple. In this case right here, you see this purple line on my chart? That's VWAP. Okay, or VWAP, however you want to pronounce it. I'm from Miami. I'll pronounce it however the freaking hell I want. There used to be this guy on my YouTube channel that would constantly be trying to correct how I pronounce VWAP. I'll pronounce it however I want. So you see here, the bottom part of the flag is lining up with what? With VWAP. So now you don't only have the bull flag setup, but you have VWAP. Why is this important? Think about technical analysis. The only reason technical analysis works is because it is a self-fulfilling prophecy that you and I make happen because we see the same pattern and we believe in it. Therefore, it works. That's why volume is so important. That's why today, trading futures, I said to you, I'm only looking for small scalps. I'm decreasing my size because volume is expected to be lower because it's Black Friday. It is a 4-day weekend, all right? I'm usually not even here on Black Friday, but I said it's a great day to do a live. So VWAP, there's people out there who solely trade off of VWAP. That's what they do. They don't trade off of anything else. And there's people out there who don't have VWAP on their chart. They only trade off of patterns. Bull flag pattern, for example. And now you have two players on the field. The people who trade VWAP, the people who trade bull flags. They're both there playing that pattern right now. See, had this bull flag not been there, you'd probably only have VWAP traders on there, right? But the bull flag's there, so you got more players on the field now. Now you have the VWAP people, now you have the bull flag people, and then you got people like me. People who are looking for both patterns to combine together, right? And we're just drooling at this right now. And that makes it so that you have more volume, more players on the field, more likelihood for the pattern to resolve itself in the intended direction. But it doesn't end there. And here's where we're going to continue with the in-depth lesson. more often than not, you have these gurus out there who will tell you, oh yes, you just buy the breakout of the pattern and you sell as you go and you make bank and you buy Lambos. Well, douche nozzle, why didn't you explain to them about volume? Because the volume profile on a bull flag setup is absolutely essential to making it qualify, whether it's an A+ setup or not. How is the volume supposed to look like? Well, like this. This right here is your flagpole. When you have your flagpole, you want to have big volume on the flagpole. If you don't have big volume on the flagpole, that's usually a sign of a weak breakout and it could reverse. Okay. You have big volume on this flagpole. Then throughout your consolidation, you've made a big move up. So now throughout your consolidation, which is the flag, you want smaller volume. Why do you want smaller volume? Because smaller volume is indicating passive profit taking. It's not saying there's any panic selling. It's saying, hey, just people are taking profits. Could be swing traders. It could be people who got long on the breakout during the flagpole. You just have some calm, cool, collected profit taking going on. That's what you want to see. And then when you break up and out of the pattern, you want to see volume start to steadily increase again. That's showing you that you're going to have the possibility for good extension off that level. So now there's multiple ways to trade this. My two favorites are getting long inside of the flag, a partial position, and then when we break up and out of it, adding to my full size and taking profits as we go. That's my favorite way of trading it. There's more ways to trade it, but that is my favorite way to trade it. I trade it various ways. That's just my favorite way to do the thing, right? Take a partial position inside. Obviously, the closer to the bottom end of the flag, the better. Why? Because if I'm long inside the flag, where's my stop loss going to be? We went over this earlier on the other pattern. My stop loss is going to be under support. Look, you're inside this flag. If you would have gotten long on the upper end of this flag, your stop loss doesn't change. You're long inside the flag. Therefore, your stop goes underneath the bottom of the flag because that's when the pattern has been invalidated. Okay? Anything else, you're just going to get chopped up for no reason, and then you're going to blame market makers. And the reality is you're the only one to blame because you set your stop loss in the wrong zone. So long in here, stop loss in here. Let's say I'm just going to not get long in here. I'm going to wait for the breakout of the pattern. I get long on the breakout of the pattern. That means that if we break back inside the pattern, that's where my stop loss is. And that's it, guys. Very, very simple on how to trade these patterns, but it takes a while to get pattern recognition going. It takes a while for you to be able to gather the courage to not be afraid to hit the buy button or the short button to sell. It takes a while. And you can curve that part of the courage thing by decreasing your size. More often than not, if you're afraid of entering a position, it's typically because of one of two reasons. Either you don't feel prepared, kind of like when you were in school and you were going to go take an exam and you were scared. It's because you weren't prepared, because you didn't study, you didn't do well. Or you got too much size, because maybe you know everything I just said right now and you can recite it to me verbatim. It's possible. Maybe you've been at this for 2-3 years, but you're still scared to hit the buy button or enter the position, right? Your size is too big. You got to lower that size. Why? Because your risk tolerance is not there yet. You got to figure out a risk tolerance that suits you, that makes you feel like you're playing almost a video game. And then that's the size you trade until you're ready to step up a little bit in size. And let's say you're like, okay, well, I'm okay losing $100 per trade. Let's say that's what it is for you. If that's the case, and you go on a nice, multi-week, multi-month win streak, and you're doing well, you're making money, you're consistent, you're like, okay, I think it's time now to increase my size. Don't increase it to 300. Sure, that's not going to go well. Increase it to 150. Increase it to 125. Little by little, small increments, they go a long way. All right. So, any questions, guys? All right. If there are no questions, let me hook you up right now with the Black Friday specials on all of my courses. Because I've seen people out there on their courses putting specials. Oh, Black Friday, 20% off my course. Oh, Black Friday, 30% off my course. Oh, Black Friday, 40% off my... Motherfucker, you didn't even put 50% off. You're not trying to hook up anybody. You're just trying to make some extra money for your Lambo. Well, guess what? I don't need to make money for my Lambo. Because my Lambo is a house on the water in the Keys. And I got that sucker already. So, if you want 60% off my full curriculum, there you go, link in chat. If you want 60% off just the futures course, well, there you go. If you want 55% off any individual course, let's say you just want the shorting course for whatever reason, well, here you go. And if you're ready to trade for a prop firm like the one I trade for, which is Apex, 90% off. All the links are there in chat for you guys. And if you want to email me, I man this email every once in a while. If not, it's my business partner. Whoops. If you want to email me, you can go ahead and email right here. If he's the one that gets the email, he'll just forward it to me. All right. And we're not going to end it there. Give me 1 second. Let me go grab something, because you see there's 4 spots left on the 60% off with the full curriculum. I'm going to get you something that I'm personally going to package up this sucker and send it to you when you buy this. All right. Give me a second. A little tablet that I will send to you when you get the full DTC curriculum today. All right. That is all there is for the day, guys. What time is it? 10:21 a.m. on Black Friday. I'm out. Made money. I hope you appreciate the lesson I just did with you, because that lesson, in my opinion, kicked some serious ass. And now I provided you with a whole lot of discounts that nobody's doing on Twitter, nobody's doing on StockTwits, nobody's doing on YouTube for their courses, because they're full of crap. They don't really give a damn about you. They just want to make money. None of them are doing 60% off. None of them. And I'll tell you right now, I bet the farm that the value you're going to get in these courses is going to eclipse all the BS that they've done. Because what they've done, because I've seen them, is they've gathered a bunch of their YouTube content and a bunch of their lessons, and they just jumbled it together and they put it out there as a course. That's BS. All right. Honestly, these courses are tailored by me, edited by my business partner, and then we have exams and quizzes at the end of chapters or at the end of the course, depending what course it is. And if you pass it, well, then you learn something. And if you get the full curriculum, you join the Discord, you'll become DTC Pro certified. Guys, any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Enjoy the long weekend. Stay green. If you traded with me that 30 setup today for the short, and you're green on the day like I am, stay green. Stay green. Go use that money. Go buy something. Buy the course. Get your learn on strong. All right? Get your learn on strong. Let's take a quick look here at futures. You got down here, you violated 16,000. I think it could go lower, but you could get yourself a quick little bounce back, because I expect a choppy day. Now, look, Monday might roll around and I'm full of crap and we're sitting at 15,900. I'll be looking for a bounce then. But typically on Black Friday, it's just choppy and low volume. So I'm going to take that money, put it in my pocket. I'd already paid for my wife's Christmas present and the other part of the Christmas present. Well, part of it anyways. So I'm happy with today. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Love you all. Enjoy the long weekend. I'll catch you guys. I don't know if I'm going to stream on Monday, but maybe I will. I don't know. If I don't, then join me in the Discord. Let me get you the link again real quick. You can join me in the Discord. It's free. Free Discord. I won't be on the mic or anything on the Discord, but me and the team will be there chatting away. See you all